On this video, we dedicate it to mostly Milan news, like Papu Gomez's interest from AC Milan, Donnarumma probably staying at the club, and their serious interest in Kalinic. What's up, everybody? I'm Marco Messina.
And I'm Michael Cantaris.
And welcome back to the second part of our daily news recap for Serie A clubs. We've been doing pretty good, haven't missed a day. And this video, I'm sorry if you're not a Milan fan, but it's mostly dominated by Milan news just because they're simply doing the most in the market, and we don't want to spread BS from other teams because all the other teams, they didn't have good sources backing that news.
That's true. Blame the other clubs for not having enough transfer rumors.
Having said that, let's jump into some small Lazio news. Felipe Anderson gave an interview saying Manchester United would be a dream team for anyone, but here there is a great project saying that he's going to stay at Lazio. What do you think about
Well, it's going to be hard to lose Keita Balde and Felipe Anderson in one transfer market, so I can't see it happening. Unless a crazy amount. Man U comes out of nowhere, gives 90 million.
Then Lazio would be doing well. Anyway, now jumping into that Milan news. Deulofeu had a fantastic season with Milan. He electrified their attack in times that it was very stagnant. Anyway, we know that he got pushed back towards Barcelona because of that weird deal they have with Everton. Gazzetta are saying that Deulofeu wants to come back to Milan. Milan are aware of this, but no real talks, no nothing. This one seems like it's going to be a difficult one, but Deulofeu does want AC Milan. More news with the attack for Milan. They're very interested in Andre Silva from Porto, but he does have a 60 million release clause, which would be a lot of money for them to spend, and we spoke about how they might get him on top of another attacker, so that one might be a little bit more difficult. Speaking more about Milan's attack, they're still pushing for Keita Balde and Biglia. There's no real advancements on this one. They're still trying to find that agreement with Keita Balde, which is difficult to find because we know that he wants to wait for Juventus, according to a lot of the reports. With Conti, Atalanta are demanding 30 million for Andrea Conti, who wants Milan at all costs. And now they're saying that Gasperini does like Lapadula and he might try to be inserted in a deal. Would you do Lapadula? Would you put him to lower the price for Andrea Conti?
Andrea Conti, I think, is a phenomenal player, but I do feel like Lapadula hasn't got his fair chance at Milan.
Give him in the deal and get Andrea Conti and sign Belotti.
If Milan do get Belotti, if they do end up getting a striker, I guess Lapadula, who they can get as a second striker?
No, forget Lapadula. Oh shoot, yeah, they do have to sell Bacca. I forgot about him. Talking now about an attacker, having said that, Milan like Papu Gomez as they're still looking for that extra winger, and Sassone is the alternative. So Papu Gomez is still a target. We know how that Atalanta side is getting dismantled. We'll have to see if Papu Gomez does stay. And now onto the big two news for Milan. Kalinic is the serious target right now. Milan are serious about Nikola Kalinic. They've been in contact with his agent, and they could close a deal around 30 million euros. What are your thoughts on Nikola Kalinic? Is he the player for Milan?
I like Kalinic as a player, but not for Milan. I don't think he's big enough for Milan. He's an aging player. He's good for like a mid-table team like Fiorentina.
I think it's because we've gone from Belotti, Morata, Andre Silva, Aubameyang, James Rodriguez, and now you're saying Kalinic. So it seems a little underwhelming. He's still a player that's performed in the Serie A, knows it very well, but for me, I'm excited by Belotti.
Belotti's a young Italian striker, and he's a Milanese. It's very hard to
30 mil is kind of a lot. It's not a lot, but it is a lot for Kalinic.
It is a lot for Kalinic.
You know?
He was going to go to China. He was probably regretting it. He was like, oh man, I should have won to China.
So we'll see, but it seems like that might be the man. Montella likes him, and Kalinic is more possible than the other targets for Milan. And now Donnarumma might be staying at Milan after all. Corriere dello Sport's newspaper, their front cover tomorrow morning, says that he's decided to renew with Milan, but the only thing that's last to figure out is a release clause, which is still a stumbling block. Since Corriere dello Sport say that, we have to talk about Sky Italia, who is a very good source. They say that on Monday, Milan will meet with PSG to talk about Donnarumma and probably Krikoviak. How do you say it? Grigoriak, there we go. Michael, the best with pronunciation. So yeah, Sky Italia saying one thing, Corriere dello Sport saying another. Sky Italia not saying they're going to sell him, but they're saying that they're still meeting with PSG.
I think it's still a little bit of a scare. Mino Raiola was trying to be like, okay, PSG's offering this much, raise his salary, put a nice release clause on it, and at the end of the day, Mino Raiola was happy, Donnarumma's happy, and then Milan's happy at the end of the day.
I'm not so sure about that. I think that a release clause might be bad for Milan, unless that
150 million.
Even 150 million. I don't know.
Gonna activate
you never know what the inflation is going to be by next season.
Okay.
And then you have no control over it. We know those release clauses can be a very scary thing if you don't activate them well. And the last news, just to wrap this video up, Milan have made their first contacts with Forsberg. They spoke with his intermediary today, and he gave an interview saying Milan is one of the greatest clubs in football. Champions League isn't the most important thing to me. And final news, Milan looking to get rid of Montolivo. He might not be in their plans anymore. So I think another positive day for Milan. They're making moves. They made their first official transfers. They're trying to get someone in that attack. You guys have your say in the comment section below. Do you think Kalinic could be the man for Milan? I think there's going to be a lot of dispute on this one. Some are going to say that he could be, some are going to say that he's not. So let's jump into the comment section below. If you enjoyed these two videos, subscribe to our channel to stick with us for everyday coverage and like this video. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Ciao ragazzi.